Does your fiance, excuse me, Kendrick's fiance for that matter, I would ask Kendrick, does your fiance, does your mixed race fiance identify as a black woman on a full-time basis?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Drake's company Frozen Moments filed a petition in a New York court on Monday accusing the streaming service Spotify and Universal Music Group of conspiring to inflate the streams of Kendrick Lamar's hit diss track Not Like Us. Not Like Us, being the result of Kendrick Lamar and Drake's year-long beef, broke records on the Billboard rap charts, retaining the top spot all summer. Frozen Moments, which is described in the filing as an entity wholly owned by Drake, alleges that Universal Music Group launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with Not Like Us via bots and pay-for-play agreements. The filing alleges the song was licensed to Spotify at a 30% discount in exchange for a boost in recommendation to users. The track now has over 900 million streams on Spotify. That's according to the service. The petition also alleges UMG used bots to drive up streams on Not Like Us, paid radio promoters to increase airplay, and even paid tech giant Apple to have its voice assistant Siri misdirect users to Kendrick Lamar's hit song.
Does your fiance, excuse me, Kendrick's fiance for that matter, I would ask Kendrick, does your fiance, does your mixed race fiance identify as a black woman on a full-time basis? And if brother Kendrick, who I love and respect, Drake, I love and respect y'all, this ain't no personal issue. But if Kendrick tells me that his fiance does not identify as a black woman on a full-time basis, then he is a bunny hopper and I cannot listen to his music. I can't. I didn't know. I thought she was black because somebody told me she was black. I thought I heard that before. But if it's crystal clear that she's biologically black is probably what they meant, Art. So Kendrick Lamar's fiance is biologically black, but she doesn't identify full-time as a black woman, allegedly, then I can't listen to his music. I can't. We got to stop all this bunny hopping. Black people are at war. You saw what happened to Jordan Neely. You saw what happened to Sonia Massey. You see what's happening to black people all day. We can't afford this. We need our soldiers to be soldiers for the community. And no black man can be a soldier for the African race if he bunny hopping with a non-black woman. So even if she has African ancestry, if one of those parents are black, if she don't identify full time, she's a snow bunny. You know my rules. No rice, no ice, no spice, no sand, and no salsa. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. But to your question. So again, Kendrick, Travis, I need clarity on the political identity of your women. Drake, I need clarity on your political identity. Now to your question, Art. I believe Drake has a case. And I'm going to tell you why I believe Drake has a case against the Universal Music Group. I believe Drake has a case. And I'm being fair because, like I said, I like Kendrick's personality. Disappointed he's a bunny hopper, but I like Kendrick as a person. I like Shannon Sharpe's personality, but he's a bunny hopper. Okay, so with that being said, I think Drake has a case. There's nothing personal against Kendrick. I like him as a person. The reason I say Drake has a case, Drake is alleging that Universal Music Group is suppressing his music, suppressing his streams. They haven't been marketing him as strongly as they have been marketing Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick and Drake are both signed to labels that are subsidiaries of Universal Music Group. So that is a conflict of interest. That is a conflict of interest. You represent me and you represent my arch nemesis. That's a conflict of interest. And if we are going to be honest, Art, and again, I don't listen to their music, so I can't say if Kendrick's music is better than Drake's. I can't say Drake's music is better than Kendrick. They're both bunny hoppers, so I don't listen to them. But categorically and qualitatively speaking, I have heard Kendrick's Not Like Us a whole lot more since it dropped than I've heard Drake. And mind you, even though I don't listen to them personally, I'm in the airports all the time. I'm in hotels all the time. I'm on interviews all the time. I'm in radio stations all the time. I'm in black cars all the time. I'm around enough other people, Art, that I know what people are listening to. And what's on the radio is Kendrick and not Drake as much. And so to the point, does Drake have a case that Universal Music Group is suppressing his music, suppressing his marketing, and promoting Kendrick? Absolutely. He has a case. He definitely has a case. No, anybody who's looking at this objectively has to admit Drake has a case. Even if Drake's music is, I keep mixing them up. Even if Kendrick's music is better, even if Kendrick's music is better than Drake, they're still not promoting Drake enough. And Drake is as accomplished as Kendrick. I even read something that he kind of is outdistancing Kendrick on a couple of different musical parameters, right? But Kendrick is outdistancing him on a couple of different music parameters as well. But at the end of the day, all things considered equal, I think they should probably get the same amount of radio play, Art. And the fact that they're not clearly says Universal is pumping Kendrick and suppressing Drake. And Drake is also alleging that Universal Music knew that Kendrick was going to subliminally accuse Drake of inappropriate relations with children in that song. And Drake feels like they should have made him delete that line, or they should at least have made him aware that Kendrick was about to publish a diss track that accuses you of sexually inappropriate behavior with children. He did have a right to know that. If you are my music company, you should let me know what's about to be said about me so I can prepare myself, and you didn't. But more than that, you should have stopped him from releasing that line, because people are going to believe it even if it's not true, and that can hurt my sales. So I do believe Drake has a case, and I think the best way to handle this, honestly, maybe let Drake go. Maybe Drake is ready to go independent. Maybe Drake wants to go over to Sony. I don't know, Art. You know what I mean? I think Drake can handle his own independently. I mean, he is one of the most successful black musicians ever. He's broken records from, R&B and pop artists, so I think they probably need to let him go. They're definitely going to have to prove that they did not side with Kendrick in this beef. And I think they did, but I'm not saying, nothing, I'm not shooting Kendrick down, and I'm not lifting Drake up. As I said, they're both bunny hoppers, so I'm not going to listen to either one of them until they stop bunny hopping. I'm African, then that's another, fiance decides to be full-time African, that's another conversation. But I like the guys. I like them both. Can't listen to them for obvious political reasons, but I do think Universal sided with Kendrick, and I think that Drake has a right to push forth his lawsuit. Who's in the beef ain't got nothing to do with my music label overly promoting my adversary and not sufficiently promoting me. It's not acceptable.